Federalism and Ethiopia. Federalism is a mode of political organization that unites separate states or regions within an overarching political system in a way that allows each to maintain its own integrity. There are different types of federalism, such as ethnic federalism, which is based on ethno-linguistic classifications, or world federalism, which advocates for a democratic, federal world government. Ethiopia adopted an ethnic federalism system in 1995 when the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, EPRDF, established the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. This system resulted in the creation of 9 regions and 2 chartered cities, which were based on ethnic and linguistic criteria. Furthermore, the Ethiopian constitution grants every ethnic group the right of self-determination and secession. However, this system has been criticized for various reasons. Some argue that it has caused more animosity and competition among ethnic groups, thereby affecting the safety and freedom of citizens. Others contend that it has undermined national unity and identity, while also encouraging political parties to organize along ethnic lines. Furthermore, there are claims that the system was imposed by the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, EPRDF, without proper consultation and consent from the people. Therefore, some suggest that Ethiopia should reconsider its federal system and find a more inclusive and democratic way of accommodating its diverse population. Some possible alternatives are a civic federalism system that is based on territorial rather than ethnic divisions, and that promotes citizenship rights and responsibilities for all Ethiopians. A confederal system that gives more autonomy and power to the regions, while maintaining a loose association with the central government. A unitary system that abolishes the regional divisions and creates a strong and centralized government that ensures equal representation and distribution of resources for all Ethiopians. Of course, each of these options has its own advantages and disadvantages, and would require a careful and participatory process of constitutional reform and political dialogue. Ultimately, the choice of federalism system for Ethiopia depends on the vision and values of its people, as well as the historical, social, economic, and cultural realities of the country. Some possible alternatives to ethnic federalism for Ethiopia are geographic federalism. This system would involve dividing Ethiopia into regions based on natural or historical boundaries, rather than ethnic lines. The aim would be to reduce ethnic tensions and conflicts, promote national unity and integration, and encourage economic development and cooperation across regions. However, implementing this system could present challenges. For example, there would be a need to address how to accommodate the diversity and identity of ethnic groups within regions, ensure fair representation and participation of all groups at the federal level, and strike a balance between regional autonomy and central authority. Civic federalism. This system would prioritize citizenship rights and responsibilities over ethnic identity, aiming to foster a common civic culture and values among Ethiopians. The goal would be to enhance democracy, human rights, and social justice, and create a sense of belonging and solidarity among all Ethiopians. However, this system could also encounter challenges. These include finding ways to respect and protect the cultural and linguistic diversity of ethnic groups, address historical grievances and inequalities experienced by marginalized groups, and prevent the domination of one group or ideology over others. Hybrid federalism. This system would combine elements of ethnic and geographic or civic federalism, creating a flexible and dynamic arrangement that can adapt to the changing needs and aspirations of Ethiopia's diverse society. The aim would be to allow for both the recognition and integration of ethnic groups, fostering a balance between diversity and unity. However, implementing a hybrid system could present challenges, such as designing and implementing a system that is acceptable and legitimate to all stakeholders, managing the complexity and uncertainty inherent in a hybrid model, and preventing or resolving conflicts that may arise from competing or overlapping claims or interests. Ultimately, the choice of a federalism system for Ethiopia depends on the vision, values, and preferences of its people, as well as the political will, leadership, and dialogue of its elites. It's important to note that no system is perfect or permanent, but any system can be improved or reformed through democratic processes and institutions. There are some countries that practice ethnic federalism, which is a form of a federal system in which the federated regional or state units are defined by ethnicity. Ethnic federalism is meant to accommodate demands for ethnic autonomy and manage inter-ethnic tensions within a state. Some examples of countries that have adopted ethnic federalism are Ethiopia, which has created 9 regions and 2 chartered cities based on ethnic and linguistic criteria since 1995. Nepal, which has restructured into 7 provinces with some degree of ethnic representation and autonomy after the end of the Civil War in 2006. Pakistan, which has 4 provinces and 4 territories that reflect the ethnic diversity of the country. South Sudan, which has established 28 states along ethnic lines after gaining independence from Sudan in 2011. However, ethnic federalism is not without challenges and problems. Some critics argue that it can cause more animosity and competition among ethnic groups, undermine national unity and identity, and encourage political parties to organize along ethnic lines. Moreover, ethnic federalism may not be able to accommodate all the ethnic groups within a country, especially if they are dispersed or mixed with other groups. Therefore, some alternatives to ethnic federalism are civic federalism, confederalism, or a unitary system, depending on the context and preferences of each country. This information aims to facilitate an exploration of various alternatives to the current ethnic federalism model in Ethiopia. Thank you.